I mean, there was one point where Elephant did get the advantage on them whenever they were pushing that tier 2 up at top.
17
and
minutes, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, what exactly happened in that team fight that enabled Elephant to actually take a fight from them?
So it was the Winter Wyvern's curse that kind of like locked the three heroes in place. And I think at that point, Elephant knew, oh, there's an opportunity right here. We got 4 seconds to set us up because the DK was the one who get cursed. So there wasn't a lot of damage going onto him. And the Phoenix was also healing. Then the Deuce was able to get the Stone Gaze off. You know, all the Bruce splits, the TB, they all got frozen for a bit. So it bought a lot of time. And Emo had already gone in and back. So he had no resources left to really fight. So it was all down to the TB to get kills and the Brewmaster. And that's when Somnus, he found the angle to go from the back, get the 2 support kills. And then when the TB killed Somnus because he saw him killing his supports and turned around for the egg, then the DK comes in with a blink stun. There was just a lot of chaos and a lot of things happening in 2 different situations where Elephant just kind of took advantage of...
Edged it out.
Yeah, IG like staying in this top area of the map where there's not a lot of ways to retreat. So it was like Elephant using their experience and knowledge of like how the map works to their advantage.
Also, something that must be said about that tower in specific, like that is the easiest place to lose a fight when you're ahead, is that the enemy is safely in tier 2. Like the earlier you go for it, the more likely you can throw your lead. So it doesn't surprise me that that's where they had their good fight.
It is the danger zone, but we do have a draft now available for game number 3, so let's jump into it. The third and final match between these two teams. This will decide who's going to the grand finals and who will be slipping down to that lower bracket to play off in the lower bracket grand finals against LGD. And no one wants to play against LGD right now. They're a bunch of lunatics, you know, like these guys, they're up high in their high tower, you know, they're like having a nice formal fight with like lots of rules, you know, a referee and stuff. If you lose this game though, you get kicked out of the tower, you go down to the street and LGD are waiting for you with a bottle of whiskey and a shank, and there's like, come on then, and you're like, oh god, oh no, what's going on? They're gonna pick techies, they're gonna pick Pudge. No one's playing against LGD right now.
True.
Also, the return of Zhao 8. He's here to keep his kids in check. They're gonna look a little different.
Well, that's what we thought, but then they ended up picking techies. So Zhao 8 is, you know, he's still on holiday mode. He's having fun.
Look what they did to Aster.
Yeah, they did look like an entirely better team since he's been back. I do agree.
Okay. Anyway, we're back to Tidehunter. We were talking about this hero at the start of the series. It looks like it's going to be very contested for both, and Elephant go back to their bread and butter Tidehunter. They also follow up with a Phoenix, so already Elephant's team fight looks absurd, and that's what they love. That's what they're good at. They love drafting strong team fight and just running at their enemies relentlessly.
So what do you think is better? Is it going to be the Yanks Tidehunter or the Oli Wyvern? Do you think they got a fair trade here?
No.
No,
because I think Ollie's Wyvern is insane.
I think I'm gonna have to agree with that. I think this Wyvern was a key factor in the last 2 games, and it was very highly rated. The thing about Tide though is when you get the nice Ravage, Wyvern's gonna have a harder time getting the counter initiation off. And you can also
that's true.
hit the Wyvern with your Ravage and get something. But they're going to need another hero that can go in with this Tidehunter on the side of Elephant. And every time we see Elephant play this Tide, they do this 5-man Dota, like around 12 minutes to 15 minutes. And it just looks absolutely unstoppable. So I wonder what kind of carry they're going to pick. Maybe a Juggernaut this game for Elephant and try to speed up the game and don't let the Luna farm her way to victory.
I think it's safe to say they might just last pick their carry. Make sure he has the most ideal matchup.
Yeah.
Like I don't think they're gonna give him a bad lane at all. So they definitely have to wait to see IG pick their offlaner.
Okay.
So back to Luna. Another Luna game.
What's the Luna's win right now, Nomad? What are we looking at?
Let's have a quick looky. So Luna Magi has not been picked that much.
Mind you guys, Luna was 3-0 on day 1, I believe. Or more than that. So
but here's my logic for this Luna statistic, because I still think she's the best carry in this patch. I think what's happening to Luna is that she's getting banned in all of the good Luna games, and then when a team does let her through, they have an idea They have an idea
Mhm.
and they just don't care, and that's why it's reflected in her win rate.
I think the Shadow Demon Luna though is also a trap. I feel
Reckon?
like that there are games where Shadow Demon and Luna just get straight up first phase together, and the team thinks like, oh, this is like it's gonna be such a good win, with this heroes, and then it just doesn't work together.
So she's played
There's a
16
reason-
games, and she's got a 37.5% win rate, which is very low.
And what's her win rate with Shadow Demon? Because she's been
Give me a
picked. They've been picked together quite a bit.
Luna and Shadow Demon, they've only been picked 3 times together, and they've only won one of those games.
Oh, okay, so still the same.
Yep. Luna
5
Hoodwink,
seconds
however,
remaining.
have been played 6 times and only won 1 game together.
Ooh, that's rough.
But Hoodwink's had got a terrible win rate this tournament. Hoodwink is firmly not not doing well in this event.
That's
But yeah,
because
as
she
you
dies.
say,
Hoodwink dies very easily.
yes.
It's like you say that and you're like, well, okay, lots of supports die, but Hoodwink can go from having the most impactful game to just feeding within like one bad team fight, and then one catch hero on the enemy team can just kill her over and over. She has 1k HP. She's an absurdly squishy hero. And I've seen Hoodwinks, and I don't want to talk about pubs, but I've seen Hoodwinks in pubs, even like the top 50 pubs. They go like 10-2 or something, and then they just lose the game anyway.
They get beaten. They get killed off. It's a slippery slope for the Hoodwink.
Get-
And also,
guess
the hero
who-
doesn't do
10
much when it's
seconds
running
remaining.
away. You want to
Guess-
set up for the nice ulti.
Who wants to
5
show
seconds remaining.
what they've got? Elephant Somnus is like, you know
This
what?
is so
If you
good.
think you can do that, just wait. Just let me, guys, give me Storm Spirit. Let me
All
show
right.
them what I can do with this hero. And that's amazing against Wyvern. Like I was talking about, they need a hero that can jump to the back alongside this Tidehunter, and this Storm is that hero now to go
Lash.
with him to go to the Wyvern at some point.
Please pick Lash on IG. I just want Emo to drop down the gauntlet and be like,
Oh,
fine,
no.
like you wanted to play the reverse matchup? Let's play the reverse matchup.
But I don't think you ever want to pick Leshrac into Phoenix
Radiant
Tidehunter.
team picked.
Yeah, I agree. That's not a good Lush game.
Ooh, so it'll be the
Oh,
Emo
boy.
Void Spirit
Oh,
instead.
man.
The classic, the major winning Void.
It's so badass when like the Void arrives, right? Like through like this portal.
It is cool.
Like he comes
So he
out.
loads in.
Yeah, and then it's like, oh shit, the other
10
brother is
seconds
here
remaining.
to show what's up.
And look
It's
at
like
the
a-
difference. Just look at the difference
5
between his
seconds
posture,
remaining.
right, and his pose compared to Goofy Storm. he's like the serious, ancient, wise older brother, and then Storm's just like the vodka uncle. You know what I mean?
Would you say as a
Vodka
weeb,
uncle.
right, that the spirits are like, the Zoldyck brothers, Kilo's
Ooh.
brothers,
Not the brothers, the family.
the family?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Not the brothers, because a lot of his brothers are really lame. But like Void Spirit is like Zeno
10
Zoldyck, the
seconds
grandfather.
remaining.
True.
Hmm
5
I actually get this
seconds
reference.
remaining.
Storm does remind me of the brother, though. The fat, annoying brother.
What was his name? Like
Can't
Miluki, I think, or
Miluki.
something.
Miluki,
Yeah.
Miluki. That guy, I hate him. He absolutely does
sucked.
nothing. He sucks as an assassin. He's crappy brother. He's done nothing for the story except try to get Kilo in trouble.
Yeah, all the
He bought a-
anti-weebs
he-
in chat right now are just like
He made-
closing their ears.
You know what?
He made
As a host,
Alika-
I must redirect.
Yeah, we redirect, guys. We got a lion
Which-
pickup. That's a very
Alright.
solid hero for FY.
Yeah,
he
we
got
got
so
Pango.
much stuns for this Void Spirit, and FY is not gonna do anything apart from focus emo. Like that's his literal
Yeah.
job, or
That
he
is
needs to
it.
blink in to finger the Wyvern. Apart from that, like that's what he's gonna do. And then
remaining.
eventually, though, in the mid late game, he might get a shard. If there's any like
seconds
illusions of
remaining.
Luna's, gotta remove
Radiant
those.
team ban.
This is an excellent line game. Couldn't have been a better pick for
It
them.
really is.
He will catch the Void Spirit. He can also just go on the Pango before he Rolling
Yeah.
Thunders and the obvious like finger reverse through Cold Embrace. So
You know
Dire
what
team
this
ban.
is?
Gotta
This
kill.
Elephant's lineup. This is my kind of Atomic Wars lineup. I don't know if you guys ever played that game.
All
didn't
right, I'm
play
definitely
that.
drawing the line here. No arcade mode.
Okay, so
Which of the
let's talk
spirits
about
are
this
we, do you
Pango,
think?
guys. Let's talk about this Pango
Mhm.
a little bit. When I think about
Right.
Pango's use, you have to
10
also think about it
seconds remaining.
outside of Rolling Thunder, right? Because it can't just be his ulti, even though that is
5
his most
seconds
utility
remaining.
spell. But you want to think of like Swashbuckle. And how valuable is the Disarm versus Phoenix Lion and Tidehunter? It's really not.
Radiant team ban.
Do you understand?
Yeah,
Like you,
it's. I think the reason why they went for this Pango is most of the team fight offlaners are kind of banned out now, and you can't really match the Tidehunters team fight like instantaneously. So you kind of need to get something that's a little bit lower cooldown that can keep
Dire
going in and
team
out with the
pick.
Void Spirit, but still provide enough team fight. I don't. Yeah, you're right though. The Swashbuckle is not gonna find too much value unless Elephant pick a hero at the end like Medusa. But then Medusa's obviously banned, but like something like that.
Yeah. I mean, every carry hero cares about Swashbuckle, right? Like, as long as it right clicks, it
Radiant
cares about
team
Pango.
pick.
Maybe not
It's almost
Juggernaut, and I think Jug is not banned. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna call this right now.
Yeah,
Juggernaut
this is-
coming in right here, last pick, boom.
I mean, they picked Disruptor, right?
I was calling this Jug
Juggernaut
from
or Live
the
Stealer.
first phase, okay? Don't tell me
Oh,
about
okay,
no
okay,
Disruptor.
sure.
Okay.
He was actually calling it from last
Anyway,
game.
the Juggernaut makes a lot of sense here. So Disruptor is picked up for obvious reasons, such as Static Storm versus Storm
5
Spirit.
seconds
Team
But
fight, yeah.
it doesn't look like an easy Disruptor
Oh,
game. It looks like she
what?
will die.
Yeah, it's
No,
for the
so
Pango.
Bloodseeker,
Bloodseeker,
Bloodseeker's
alright.
picked as a counter for Pango, which is nice.
Yeah.
And he still matches the tempo that Elephant do like to play around this Tidehunter. So it's kind of like it will fill the role of the Juggernaut in that sense, but probably not as well with the healing ward and all of that. But they can just erase Pango from the game.
Yeah,
Man,
it's
there's a lot of weight on Somnus here.
Darius. I think the Bloodseeker though it gives them even a little bit more speed than Jug does. Obviously, it doesn't have that healing ward that you can utilize and the magic community, but making sure that the Pangolier won't have a game, and that's their team fighter, right? So if the enemy team fighter can't have a game, it's gonna be even more difficult
10
for IG
seconds
to
remaining.
actually match Elephant's team fight at this point. I don't know. I think
5
Elephant looks
seconds remaining.
pretty good with this lineup. I mean, that's what I said last game too, but then IG showed up. But this time they have Storm versus Void. It's gonna be a bloodbath. That's all I know.
It really is.
Elephant's draft looks solid, but I'm gonna go ahead and say IG because they love to bring out their best gameplay when it really counts, and I think their draft has a lot of fighting, a lot of skirmishing potential with the Pango and the Void. I mean, so does Elephant's draft, obviously, but I'm gonna go ahead and believe in Emo again, and let's see if he can
Okay.
bust out his famous Void Spirit.
Yeah, I'll go Elephant this time as well. Just seal the deal, Elephant. I believe in you. I believed in you guys since day one. I knew you guys were the best team in this tournament. So let's see it.
I love the draft. I love the Bloodseeker, but I think I love the Luna a little bit more. Yes, the hero's got a bad win rate. However, I feel like she's going to be the apex carry. I'm not sure Elephant are going to be able to play at the pace to put enough pressure on her. So I'm going to go for Elephant for this one. But let's find out what our commentary do have to think about this one. It's B-Cup and Mo Farah for game number 3.
Thank you very much, Nomad. I don't know about this, Luna. I feel like the win rate kind of speaks for itself, right? Obviously, you're up against the Bloodseeker. Maybe the matchup's not there, but I do also have faith in Emo. He's got the ultra rare Void Spirit cosmetic. What can go wrong? Gonna blow it up this game again.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how the Bloodseeker does this game. Obviously, it's very good against the Pango with the Rupture. It's also really good against Void
Yeah.
Spirit. So, these heroes that require their mobility, a little bit difficult. Yeah. It's just nice to see a different little hero, the Bloodseeker, I think, as well. But I would probably go with Elephant if I had to pick between the two. I think Somnus is going to want revenge for the laning stage after last game. He's going to find his different form.
Yeah, the question is, can he get revenge? How well can he play against Emo on this Void Spirit? What the pace is going to be here from Eurus.
30
We've seen
seconds.
Elephant be the best team with their movements, with their execution. The first game they struggle. I I don't know if it puts that much doubt in my eyes on how good Elephant are so far.
I think we're going to have some huge heavy team fights this game as well, though. You know, there's like Tide Phoenix on one side, there's like Wyvern Pango Disruptor on the other side. This game could get, you know,
The battle begins.
even if one team's up massively, if the other one takes a good team fight, you know, it doesn't really matter too much what the net worth lead is. Because both teams have like really good spells, right, to throw in. And both teams don't really need items to fight, which I think is a bit scary. Maybe Dire a bit more so. Need items, but yeah, like we could see some really early like 5-on-5s this game, I think.
Don't get me excited. So I'll be disappointed when it doesn't happen, but I'm hoping it does happen. Excited to see this matchup mid. Oh, it feels like every series, no matter who's playing, the mid matchups are always two heroes or two players that have just been known as top 5 in the position at some point in their career, or even top 2 in the position at some point in their career.
So this Blood Right Earth Spike combo in the bot lane, obviously very scary. You know, for JT especially, if he ever uses Swashbuckle aggressively, then they're just going to throw the combo straight onto him afterwards, right? So you have to be a little bit careful if you're JT. Obviously goes to the Shield Crush at level 1, which is what a lot of Pangos are doing at the moment. For that, is it like 60 mana or something ridiculous for level 1 Shield Crush?
Yeah. 60 goes all the way to 90. And there's the Earth Spike. Blood Right.
Oh.
And a pause.
Oh no.
I think he's fine.
I think he might be fine as well, but it's close. Because if Eurus was level 2, I think he'd be dead, but
Yeah, he's not. He doesn't have the thirst.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't think they can close the gap because of the Arctic burn.
Isn't the build on Bloodseekers normally like even to potentially ignore Blood Rage as long as you can?
When you play off lane, a lot of Bloodseekers tend to ignore Blood Right for quite a lot, and they would just push the lane up. But when people play carry Bloodseeker, they tend to go like 4-1-4, and they
Right.
skip more points in Blood Right. And they prefer to get the Blood Rage because it helps them farm quicker with the attack speed.
See what Eurus, how he'll make this build. He gets that level in thirst. JT's still sitting here level 1. Could see one more Earth Spike Blood Right combo, but instead Super's gonna back off and try and get a pull in this lane.
Yeah, this would be huge if he gets this. I mean, the Wyvern's going to come over, but I don't think it's going to be in time.
But he's just peeking out a sentry.
We so rarely see these small camps actually ever get pulled. Just, the supports tend to follow each other around and make sure it never happens, but like especially this early on in the game.
Yeah, he got that pull, and actually Kaka wisely didn't chase after it. He took out the sentry that was blocking his camp right at the 2-minute mark, so actually allowed that camp to spawn. They get a pull themselves, and now they've got the Hex and the Blood Right. Oh boy, Eurus with first blood, now turning and going after Kaka, who's down off the Arctic burn. Eurus is going to put a lot of damage into this Winter Wyvern. Does have a Tango, does have a Salve, but feels good if you're the Bloodseeker in this one position.
Look at the HP of Emo in the mid lane as well on the Void Spirit. Like, this Bloodseeker's having a really good time because these two spirits are just trading with each other a lot, right? Like, Somnus isn't afraid to just put pressure on in this lane because he knows that the Bloodseeker benefits from it a lot.
Right. And upwards of a 1k lead, and this is what we've seen from Elephant in all their successful games, obviously all but one, is just their laning is going so well, and it's just stabilized. They go for Fly top, and the kinetic field is going to be enough to keep Wi-Fi alive. No, it won't. Ollie tried, but not enough.
Yeah, they hit.
And then mid,
level 3.
Emo is low. Assimilate, and that's to retreat because Somnus was about to kill him. He'll pop himself. Kaka's here to help. But Somnus is A-OK and almost got the kill on this Void.
This Bloodseeker just must be zooming everywhere.
449 movement speed.
Oh, it feels so good. Yeah, they hit their level 3s in the top lane, like on the Phoenix, especially. So the Fire Spirit damage really, starts to increase a lot with that first like jump up.
Are fortified.
Emo doesn't get her water in here either.
Eurus is having an easy lane right now. It feels like he's just going to start stacking up onto denying as well, as long as JT is not that comfortable in this lane, but it's just Eurus down here for the moment. FY hit with the Thunder Strike, though, glimpse back this Phoenix. And then over mid, they've got the Vortex once again, but the Dissimulate out from Emo now. Not working with any mana. It does have 5 charges on that stick. That's not really much to work with.
Not working with any mana in this matchup is going to be...
Detrimental.
yeah, that's a good word. Detrimental.
First spike, and there's the Hex. They have the silence. They'll run down this Winter Wyvern. JT might be next. He doesn't have Swashbuckle for 2 seconds. Oh, shield crashed down, and Eurus just healing up as he's level 5 gone and has gone 2-on-2.
Do you remember when Bloodseeker didn't used to have to get the last hit to heal off the creep? And it would you would just heal off everything that wasn't denied. It was just ridiculous. Everyone was just playing Bloodseeker 3 every game because you could never like lose the lane.
Well, it definitely helps when you've got 40 last hits in the first 6 minutes of the game.
It does help. That is true. He's going Maelstrom as well. I think this item's so key on Bloodseeker 1. You know, this hero doesn't farm particularly well. You have no wave clear. Well, you got blood, right, but like, it still doesn't feel great, you know?
Right. Ooh, Aether Remnant,
regen.
super. Back off and stay alive. Are you of them? Ooh. First had Rupture, sorry. Are you in the mindset of sticking it to Maelstrom going Mjolnir, or are you more so a Gleipnir Bloodseeker kind of person?
No. I mean, Gleipnir can be okay, but there's just usually better items. Like, I think you want that BKB relatively early. I think SMY has so much value on that hero.
I didn't say
You just
when.
go Casual Maelstrom to farm, and it's decent damage output in fights as well.
Radiant are scanning.
This is why I get paid to just talk fast. Or, well, try to be exciting.
I was going to say, well, you do talk fast, yeah.
I had to get it in. I had to fill in where I knew you were going to just go for it. By the way, look at these stacks in this triangle.
Yeah.
Ooh,
They're 3k net worth up at 7 minutes as well on Elephant. And this is before these stacks are being taken. You wait until the tide comes over and takes the Ancients. It's going to be, yeah.
It'll be a fun time for Yang.
So they're going to try and make a rotation down to Eurus here.
He's a level 7. He does have help from Super. I don't think they'll see that Super's down here. They should assume it.
So yeah, they have no vision, like, at all. They don't know where anybody from IG is right now. Because there's no wards on the other half of the map. But Eurus, he knows something's up.
Dire's middle tower
And he's
is under
already
attack.
bailed. But Super may not be so fortunate. Eurus back in, okay.
Yeah, they see Emo TP mid, so they instantly like, oh, okay, Emo's not here anymore.
Dire's top
Good
tower
D-ward.
is under attack.
Yang gonna work on this top tier 1. He'll do his thing while Ollie stands his ground. Getting gushed, hit with the anchor
Oh,
smash.
the Phoenix is
Uh-oh.
coming.
Ollie looking dead on his screen already, and the question is to who, and it's looking likely that it's going to be FY. We've spoken about FY on this Phoenix before, how it doesn't really feel like an FY kind of hero.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
We'll see how he plays it. I know the
Well,
last game he played Phoenix, it wasn't exactly the best performance from him.
What's an FY hero to you?
High mobility, high aggression, always in your face. I mean, Phoenix kind of fits the bill in a little bit of that. You know, he goes supernova right in their face. You have the mobility from Icarus Dive, but
Do you not remember
playmaker,
the,
styler.
what was the True Sight clip where he was the Phoenix against the Lena? When they were playing against OG in the finals?
Yeah, I tried not to watch that True Sight as I had to watch them lose live, and I was devastated.
Alright, weird flex. But... Right.
I wasn't supposed to be a flex. It was me just very depressed and sad.
Dire's
I
top
got to go to
tower
TI.
is under attack.
All right, fair enough.
Dire's
They get the top
tower
two on
has fallen.
4k net worth lead at 10 minutes now for Elephant.
I've been wanting this to say.
They're yet to hit the scoreboard on IG as well.
Fall begin.
Quick Soul Ring picked up for the Tide.
Middle tower is under attack.
And there's the Maelstrom for the Bloodseeker. Yang doesn't even want his Ancients yet. Look at where he's at.
Yeah, but why would you go back and take the Ancients when you could take farm from the enemy side of the map instead?
Exactly. He doesn't care about what he's got on his plate back there.
So, FI's going to go and take over the lane now, and now he's going to go back and do the Ancients. So they're just going to be ultra efficient.
They're also going to give FY the Tome, even though he's already level 6. Mine's about to hit 6 anyway, so just boost up that Phoenix. That's going to feel good for Elephant. And
Watch this Tide's net worth. So it starts at 4.5k. We'll see where he ends up.
over under 6k, chat. Can you do the math quick? You have
What
10
do you
seconds
mean under
left.
over
to end.
6k?
I just try.
What?
I was just asking if people can do math.
It's like 5.4 I'm going with.
Yeah, that's a lot of people were gonna say under. I was gonna make chat feel good about themselves.
No, you can't do that. You can't let it get to their heads.
Thanks, Mo. Look at that. Everybody would have been
Oh,
right.
look at
and
that.
you're right on it. But everybody in chat would have been like, I got the under. Oh my god, I'm so smart. I'm not the 2K that chat actually says I am. And you ruined that.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Sorry, guys. My fault.
Meanwhile, Fly, he's taking the Ancients. Under over 6k, guys. At the end of the stack. Aggressive Supernova. And they're gonna get this kill on Akaka anyway.
Tower is under attack.
Yeah, really nice kill.
Radiant's
Making
bottom
the
tower
aggressive jump over from Somnus.
Is this gonna end as a pacifist game for IG?
Maybe.
I'm
It
worried.
might be a
I'm
shout.
worried it might.
It could be. Yeah.
Dire's middle tower is under
What,
attack.
How do you
Emo's just-
fight in the Yang? He's got
Radiant's bottom
Ravage.
tower is under attack.
He's just Naruto running down the lane on emo.
Dire's
a great
middle
time.
tower has fallen.
He will be
Dire's top
Hakoge.
tower is under attack.
Hakoge?
I don't know what that means. Sorry. I'm very basic.
Radiant's
You try,
bottom
though.
tower has fallen.
Okay.
I try. Yeah.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, just faking the Ravage over and over again. He's actually going pipe first as well, which is pretty terrifying for IG's lineup. Like at this point in the game, where's their damage coming from? It's all magical. Like Eclipse, Static Storm, you know, the Rolling Thunder, even the Void Spirit's damage. Until the Luna gets farm, they don't do a huge amount of physical.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Ooh, trying to get their first kill.
Dire's middle tower is under
Static Storm. They might have it. Oh, they're on the board.
For the twins.
Finally on the board, but still down 6,000.
scanning.
Well, at least they're on the board though, right? You know, that's the most important thing. It's all about keeping your spirits alive. And Luna's...
Well-
she got a Mithril Hammer. Is she going BKB first?
Keep your spirits alive, but you did just kill a spirit.
That's pretty bad. You know, the standard in my jokes are pretty low, B-Cop, but...
Oh, Yang.
Ollie.
Right here, ready with the help from Super. Throw the finger, thinking about the Ravage. Ooh, do they double up on kills? Eclipse. All right, 6-2. But there's the Rupture. And Emo. Oh, no, Yang. Oh, I saw it coming.
Yeah, I'd have gone for it as well. I can't criticize him for that. That was, fair enough. It happens, it was really well played by Emo though to jump away from where the Tide Hunter is, right? Like, he understands when he's ruptured, he can't really do anything, so he just goes for a quick TP. And it's so quick. He escapes.
Radiant are scanning.
FY. Not spotted there as the smoke came in. What's Eurus doing? He's going BKB, just about has it. Kind of quiet.
Yeah, I think their BKB time is going to be really strong though, right?
Yeah.
They're going to have like Pipe on the Tide, they'll have BKB on the Bloodseeker. It's going to be very difficult to stop the elephant train. I don't know how an elephant fits on a train, but we'll work that one out later. It's fine.
Well, I mean, they have to fit on a train, right? Elephant can fit on a train easily. All the circuses that take the train from city to city.
True.
We've got it figured out.
Oh,
Yank still doesn't have Ravage for 45 seconds.
This is not an easy kill.
No, and now he's got Sunray for some help. Static Storm, though.
Oh my
god. He's so tanky, but not tanky enough. It'd take a lot, though, to get that kill, and they'll find a second on Super.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So starting to stack up the kills here for IG.
They just have to use every single spell, though, to be able to catch the Tide, so...
True.
Ooh, JT sees him.
Where's the party?
Makes a safe play on Somnus. I mean, considering how behind IG are, those 2 kills are massive, though, right? Gets him back in the game. He's going Maelstrom first on JT. Okay. And, like, this Luna has decent net worth. Like, she's doing okay.
You feel like it's not been as much on the gas as it should be for Elephant?
Potentially, but I think it's difficult to, if they found the emo with the Ravage, right, for instance, then the game could have potentially been different.
There's Curse, and it's not going to help Kaka escape. They have the Ball Lightning, the Vortex coming through, and this Orchid's ready to go on Storm, so they'll take out Kaka. That's only the second kill for Somnus. Billy Stone, Nether Shawl.
Are scanning.
They're trying. They've got the Orchid out onto JT. The Ravage comes in. That's going to land on the 3 with the BKBB. Pop by Firefly goes for the Eclipse, but Yang can really sustain through it all. They've got the Ravage on a Firefly, and this is the aggression I was thinking about when I asked if they would go for it, and they get themselves 3.
Dire's middle tower.
Yeah, that's the timing with the BKB, the Pipe, the Ravage, like big team fight. And this is the reason we've seen this Tide Hunter banned out in this series today.
Dire's middle tower is under
It's
attack.
just the brick wall.
That's why it's been getting banned.
Every single time we've seen the Tide like this. JT, Yang. And it's easy to say, oh, why don't you just ban the Tide? But like, then you have to worry about the Lenas, the Nixes. There's so many different heroes to worry about.
Heroes with high percentage win rates, like Techies.
Not Pudge.
Not Pudge. And even though IG have gotten themselves on the board, they're still down and continuing to Have a grown deficit to deal with. Smoke from Elephant trying to get Emo, and he's got both Astral Steps. JT right here. Smoke gets broken. They'll come around the bend. Ball Lightning, now the Orchid. What right? Static Storm.
Oh, Emo's in the silence.
Somnus. He's in some trouble, but yeah, Emo stepped up in the silence. He's going to go down 2. That's 2 heroes dead with the BKB being popped by Fly. End of Eurus's is there.
Moon's blessings. Dire's top tower.
He got the kill there on the Somnus, but that just does not feel like enough.
Yeah. They are getting blown out of the water here, though, on IG. I mean, this is not the game 3 we were expecting at all.
So yeah, it will be BKB, Sanj, and Yasha for Bloodseeker. Just needs the Sanj of said Sanj and Yasha. Ooh, regen rune for Somnus. He just about has his BKB too, and when he gets that BKB, I wonder how IG are even going to be able to stop this storm.
Yeah, it's tough, isn't it? I'm wondering whether he considers going for Ags on the Bloodseeker as well after the SMY, or whether he wants some, like, just scaling out him like a Butterfly or a Skadi or something afterwards. Because it's a really good Rupture game with the Void Spirit and the Pango. So maybe the extra charge could come in handy.
Eris is just farming away up towards top. We'll see if Storm makes a play by himself. Again, working with that Orchid, having the ability to jump with that regen rune.
Oh,
right into
great.
the Static Storm. Ollie, that was so impressive.
That was cool. That was a cool play, Biko.
Yeah. Very impressive play. And now Fly comes over, has the Eclipse. Will drop it on Yang again. Have the glimpse back this time, but right into the Ravage. That hits 4. Finally, Eurus comes in. They've got the help of Super. They'll pop the BKB on Fly to simulate Supernova. That'll send them running, but they've got the Rupture onto JT. Kinetic Field locks up Eurus. He can't continue to chase, but the right click's coming in onto Emo. Looking over at JT. Winter's Curse locks up 3. And now, maybe IG turn it around. Rolling Thunder comes out. They go after Super. They get the kill on the line. They'll finish off Eurus. That's going to be 3 dead on the side of Elephant. And Yang now on the run. He may be tanky, but eventually they will crack through this shell, especially with the Aether Remnant locking him down, and Fly's got the kill. They'll get 4 FY TPs away, and all of a sudden IG are back in it.
Top tower has fallen.
Jeez, I can't believe they tried to fight without the Storm still. Like, that play from Ollie sets up the whole fight, right? That Static Storm just... it instantly makes it a 4 versus 5. They get a good Ravage off, but there was nobody within range to get, like, that instant follow-up, right? Like, if the Phoenix was there with the egg, maybe it gets a little bit different, but...
Or if Eurus was even there, he was walking down the stairs by the time that Ravage ended.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And will Elephant be able to sustain this lead as the game goes on further and further? Like, you've got Luna now into the Dragonlance, going into the Crystallis, getting high up there. And that is a level 17 Luna that has now surpassed the Bloodseeker.
He's about to get the SMY on the Bloodseeker. Now, the question is, what does he queue up next? That's what I'm interested for. Oh, the Tide didn't ever finish off the pipe. He went, like, right, okay. I just assumed he had without really thinking.
Smoke from both teams. All 5 smoked on IG. I think one more fight that goes the way of IG, and I think that they're in the driver's seat of this game.
Yeah, because whoever wins the next fight around this area probably takes Roche as well. So this is huge.
This is coming into a Ravage that's about to be off cooldown. FY on the high ground. He's got the Supernova. Immediately goes to it. Now they're going to go to the Ravage. That doesn't hit the Void Spirit, but they're going to get the kill on a Kaka. They'll take out one. They'll take out two. Down goes Ollie. Down goes Kaka. Trying to TP out on Firefly. They've got the Rupture on a JT, who will also TP. Ooh. It gets sketchy there for a second with that Pango.
Really well played by FA. They're great positioning. And the Egg Ravage combo, this is what we were saying. Last fight, if the Egg's closer to the Ravage, it goes much better. But yeah, with those 2 support kills, they are going to be able to get the Roche, and it's not going to be contested.
An instant egg coming out from FY. Instant egg better than instant coffee, and it works out in the favor of Elephant.
Getting a second wind.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Would have been nice for probably Elephant if they did get a +1 on a core. They only get the supports, but they do get their hands on the Aegis, which is a good feeling considering how the game was kind of swaying back in IG's favor just a touch. And that's certainly not to say that IG are out of it. Despite the fact that this is a 9k lead, it feels like a close one overall. It comes down to team fight and what Elephant really have to throw down on the table when push comes to shove and the fight's on. They don't have Ravage. If they don't have Supernova, this game feels just like an even net worth game.
But that's what we're saying at the start of the game. Like, net worth doesn't mean as much as being able to press your spells the right way. I mean, obviously, net worth always means something, but it's not as much as other games. It's not like these like Deuces and TBs and heroes like that.
Right.
The spell casting is
Lightning
more important.
Orchid, and they've got the Static Storm down. Yule's up into the air, and the Earth Spike right as he lands, making sure there will be no escape for Emo this time around. I will say, if IG come back, I expect a question mark all chat. Look, it's priming itself up for a comeback if it does, with that kind of all chat talk.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Hank's coming around from the side. He has a Blink Dagger, and he has Ravage ready to go.
Yeah, you just want the tower.
Winter's Curse.
Good Sunray though.
Rolling Thunder, balling into the back lines. They've got the Silence out into the Winter Wyvern. They're going to drop down the Eclipse with the BKBB pop by Fly. Blood Right, it's down. Silence is up. This Disruptor, and they've got the Supernova. The Ravage comes in after the BKB of Fly. They'll get the kill onto 3, take the tier 2, and onto the high ground they go. Right, guys?
Onto the high ground. Onto the high ground they go.
Yeah, there it is. There it is.
Yeah, they don't push buildings particularly quickly, but they might have to be a bit careful.
No Eclipse, no Luna for 45. They look over at Eurus to try and get the kill on the Bloodseeker, but now they've got themselves the Silence as well as the Rupture. Emo, he's gone. Oh boy. Could be a set of racks too. If you're Emo, I don't think you want to buy back.
No, I don't think so. You have to just accept that you're going to lose the set of racks here mid, and then just wait for the next fight.
Flames Kinetic Field. They're trying to force the fight once again. The Rolling Thunder. Now the roll up going the other direction. He only hits Eurus once. He's trying to use those dancing shoes. Pops the BKB and goes to the TP.
Oh, is there a curse?
Earth Spike. Super on the run. Hit with that Bullwhip though. And Super. TP. Oh.
Okay. Well, it doesn't matter. They get the kill, and that's the important thing.
And they're probably not going to try and fight for the next 80 seconds anyway. Especially now that curse is gone.
Blessings upon a loyal warrior.
And look at Fly. He's not been so survivable, but he's going Divine Rapier.
Sure. Why not? You're this far behind at like 30 minutes into the game. You've got to give it a go.
That's a high gamble.
I can see that. Yeah, it's like the percentage chance you winning is so low that you might as well just do something crazy to try and win the game. You've got to take them by surprise. Because if you play a normal game, it's not going to be enough, right? Like 99% of the time.
Yeah, he'll put the 6,000 gold into the slot machine and see if he can spin 777s. Meanwhile, they've got the taunt on Somnus. They'll take the Aegis out of his hands. They end up losing the Disruptor with the BKB pop by Fly. Now he's disarmed, trying to run with the Eclipse. Turns it around for a moment, but the Rupture comes out, and now he is in so much trouble. Eurus, first hit bash. They get the kill, and they will take out this Luna.
Big kill. That's going to set back the Rapier timing, unfortunately.
Dire's middle
It might.
barracks are under attack.
I hate to say this, B-Cup. I'd be very surprised if they got to the Rapier.
I agree.
Radiant's top tower
Wholeheartedly.
is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And if he gets to the Rapier and lives, I'll be even more surprised.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's courier has been killed.
Oh.
H TPs. He's just trying to cut waves.
Dire's bottom tower
They watched
is under
OpenAI,
attack.
you know, just run down lanes, try and get whatever they can off the map.
Swapped over to the Daedalus on Luna.
No.
I think realizing
Come
what you
on.
realized.
You gotta go for it. Boo. This Cloak of Flame's tied, by the way. I just don't know how he ever dies now. It's gonna take an absolute, like, monumental spell usage from IG to be able to bring down this tide.
Smoke.
Dire are scanning.
And super invis.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant are scanning.
We'll see. It looks like they're getting together. Smoke on IG. 5-man. And they turn it around. Can they win a fight down 20k? They're thinking about going into the Rolling Thunder. They have the Blink Dagger to follow it up. Blink Rabbit. Oh, he comes in from Yang. Static Storm is down. Trouble is here for the side of IG. Oh my. Oh my.
I like how Yang is like, oh, Emo's on the high ground there. I just broke a smoke. We'll just give it a go. Because he knows that there's going to be heroes with him, right?
Middle barracks
Like, there's no way the Void Spirit's just standing there by himself while his smoke's broken.
Dire's middle barracks.
And I'd be really surprised if they don't call it here, because
Dire's
Luna has no BKB either.
Yeah, Kaka normally quick on it, and yeah, there he is. So they will all GG. They'll get the full team wipe. And Elephant will take the 2-1 over IG, book their ticket into the grand final, and await the winners of IG LGD, which should be an interesting matchup. A very good matchup there from Elephant as they completely demolished that third game. That was very impressive on their end. And now it comes down to IG LGD. I mean, I guess the question that's up in the air for that series too is Nothing to Say going to be ready? Or are we still going to have Zhao 8? Will it matter? Because it apparently didn't in the series earlier today with LGD. That could be a fun matchup to watch. But back on this series, Elephant looked clean in the 2 wins that they had. And the only time they struggled in that second game, it looked like kind of close still too. Like it wasn't just they fell over and died. It looked all right for them.
Elephant do not like losing. That is what I have learned from watching that game 3. They were very unhappy and willing to make amends at the earliest opportunity. So,
Oh, yeah.
glad to see them in the final. Best team so far in the